Perfect. Hey. Hello and welcome back to the
Hello.
show. Each other's mothers. We're here with the biggest mother of them all, James Couture. No, just kidding.
I wish you were my mother. My mom's
I
dead.
also wish you were my mother.
Wah, wah. It's all right. Everybody knows.
You little
it's
Irish.
all right. Mine's alive and she loves me.
Oh, that's
good.
That's
weird.
good.
Mine
what
loves
are you
me a little
doing
too
here?
much. Yeah. You're not allowed. You look like a little Irish rapper, and I love it.
Yeah, no, I get a little like Saginaw pops out of me sometimes.
Yes.
It's pretty funny. Like Saginaw's one of those places where like you're either a redneck like skater type
Yes.
or you're like full on hip hop.
Sag
Totally.
nasty.
Yeah, like,
Sag
all of a sudden
nasty.
I'll wake up one day and I'll put in like a real boxy big like shirt, like a gray, like
Yeah.
it'll say Notre Dame on it, and then I'll have like shorts down to my shins. I'm like, I look like a friggin' jerk. And then I'm like, whatever, man.
Yeah, own it, dude.
Put on a flat brim
I
hat,
love it.
feeling pretty cool.
Yeah,
Tilt
hell
it to
yeah.
the side
Right.
like chingy.
I like a good beanie though. I like to pop it up.
So
Little
Saginaw,
Ed, Ed, and Nettie.
Saginaw, North Cal.
Yeah, Humboldt County,
Yeah, and then back this way,
Lansing.
Lansing, and then now Chicago.
Yep.
You've been around.
Every 4 years, really. If you
Wow.
like track it, it's like going to. Even before I did stand up, like my family moved around a lot. Like I lived in Kansas City, like I was a baby in Troy and in Detroit, and
Yeah.
then even Pittsburgh. Like my
Pittsburgh.
family is like bounces around.
My
My
goodness.
dad just had like a bunch of retail management jobs, so that's how we moved around. So like even when I went to college for 4 years at Alma, like
Yeah.
mid Michigan,
Sure.
and then like a little bit at Central. Hey, we're chips. We're
Hey,
chips.
a couple of
Fire up chips.
chippies. A couple alcoholics.
And then went home. I was like, well, this is silly. Where am I? Yeah, right. I'm getting your Mount Pleasant. Not much to do.
I'm like, I
Dude.
wonder if you guys have bonged each other.
No, it was different time.
No,
like
bonged each other.
we were separated by a few years.
Few years, 3.
I'm an old man.
Oh,
I know I don't look it.
I assumed that she was the old man.
I am an old man as I
Yeah.
yawn into the
I heard
microphone.
the bones cracking as
I
you were getting
know.
into that
yeah,
chair.
it was my jaw. Open and wide open. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't do oral anymore.
Yeah, me either. I wish.
But yeah, I'm what you would call a real journeyman.
Love it.
Because like I'll show up in Chicago at like a show or someone who's been there a couple of years will ask me like, how much would someone drop? Can you do some time? I'm like, yeah. But keep me up there. It's like, how much time can you do? And I'm like, quite a bit.
How much time you
Quite a
need?
bit. Yeah.
I was like, I've been doing this 11 years. And they're like, holy cow, I don't even, who are you?
And you just recorded last night at the Independent Comedy
Meow.
Club.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Did about 45.
40. It was
40?
like 40 minutes, 25 seconds.
Love it.
And in Ann Arbor, it was like 40 minutes, 51 seconds.
Hell
so
yeah.
I was like tight.
At the
in
old
there.
Blind Pig, which we love the Blind Pig. Shout out to the Ann Arbor homies.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate. Between the Blind Pig and you guys at the Independent, you let me like really kind of run the gamut on it and
I'm so fucking stoked
get
to
a
see
good
it.
solid chunk of time because
Yeah.
like in Chicago is I'm still kind of like making my name for myself. But
Sure.
I'm doing these like 10-minute, 12-minute spots sometimes. Mostly I'm like
beneath you.
running my stuff at my mics because I run like right now I run 2 mics
Yeah.
plus my showcase. But so like I'm more of a producer down there than
Yeah.
I really am like trying to like be a stand-up. Like now I'm just
Sure.
like, oh, now I can focus on my writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this show?
When?
Like, well, let's check you in. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
When is that going to start?
Do
Write a
comics
joke.
do comics
Jeez.
ever write for other
Jeez.
comics? Like, like review each other's shit and like make it better?
Sure.
Like
There's
a
some
little
of that
ghostwriting?
Sometimes we get with a group of people even, and we'll have like a writing session,
Yeah.
and we'll like pitch a joke or a premise, and then we'll be like, okay, maybe you want to take it this way, or like here's a tag
Yeah.
for you. Here's a good punchline for that. I've been writing this joke about the Kansas City Zoo and this kangaroo story forever, and I don't have an end to it. It's just a fun like anecdotal thing. Like, where's the punchline on this thing? I have no clue. Me and Lou have been scratching our heads at it for like years.
It's got tails. It's got legs and one tail.
It's got a pouch.
Right. Yeah, it's a
got a pouch.
It's a marsupial.
You ever
Yeah,
been
yeah,
to
yeah.
the Detroit Zoo?
Yeah,
Where they let the
Detroit
kangaroos?
Zoo
Where
is
they
a
let the
jail for
kangaroos? Yeah. No, they're all rescues. They're all rescues, supposedly.
Supposedly. Yeah.
Throw me in there.
That's where all of our money's going to that dream.
When I was younger, I feel like I've been
that
to
lie.
the Detroit Zoo quite a bit.
Yeah.
You can just run through the kangaroo spot. You can just walk through there.
Yes,
They're
it's
just
the same thing in Kansas
yeah.
City. There's like no doors, gates, or like domes. You're just in there like this far away from a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not safe animals.
No. I go there whenever I'm looking to fight.
They're not safe, but they're hot.
You'd fuck a kangaroo?
Kangaroos
Yeah.
are fucking hot, dude.
I have this joke that they
and
look
the way
like
that they just
deer
lounge
bears.
in the dirt, and they're just like, little hand on the hip almost.
Yeah, they're all very
know?
hands-on hippies.
They're like curvy but muscular.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
They look like linebackers.
Yeah, and they're just fucking like, they stand like this.
You ever seen Kangaroo
hot.
Jack?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
The
I don't
rapping
think so.
one?
I've seen
Yeah.
the porno, but
Yeah.
not the movie.
There's always a parody.
Yeah. Always.
Kangaroo Jack Me Off. Yeah.
I
one.
It's
watched
a joy.
It's a classic.
I watched a video of a kangaroo giving birth. You know that they like give, so the babies are born inside of the pouches and then they like crawl out for a while and then they got to come back, or no, they come out of their vagina and then they crawl back into the pouch
They
to
gotta, like,
finish.
They're born
gestate.
in the pouch?
No, so they finish like halfway through the pregnancy. They come, I believe, out of the vagina and then they have to crawl back in the pouch.
Isn't there some kind of umbilical situation in the pouch?
They gotta like finish inside
Yeah,
the
they gotta like
pouch.
cook a little bit longer.
And that's why the kangaroos, there's like a big,
it's like a slimy little
they
pouch.
die
It's
a
not
lot
like a fun
because they
pocket.
don't make it back into the pouch and that like halfway through the pregnancy getting in. I'm here for the science and the
That's
facts,
great.
guys.
Here's a fun fact about
Obviously.
kangaroos I found out.
Let's hear it.
Oh, God, I'm in between two
Nat
glasses.
Geo. And so like because Australia and the outback's so hot, to regulate their temperature,
Yeah.
they have sweat glands in their forearms and
Oh.
they lick and keep themselves cool and regulate their temperature
I should
by
try
licking
that.
their forearms and then like rubbing it on their faces and everything. But like that whole thing right here regulates their whole body temperature. It's
Yeah,
wild.
That's
See?
kinky.
They're sexy.
Yeah, they're sexy.
They're sexy.
Yeah, I do. I'd fuck
I want a
them.
kangaroo to lick me.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on now,
Hop on
Jesus.
over.
You bring
Don't keep me
Ross
cool,
a
keep
kangaroo
me
suit.
hot.
I'm like,
Yeah.
don't ask questions, baby. Just roll with it. Hop on me.
I'm a big cartoon nut.
You
I want to
believe
box
me.
one. I want to
Wanna
fight a
box
kangaroo.
one? I don't know.
Is that like an underground
They're
scene?
scary.
Like kangaroo boxing? Do you think people do that?
That
I
would
hope
be so
so.
fun, like a seedy underground. You like
Yeah.
walk in that when you're like, oh my god, they're fighting kangaroos.
I would not be surprised by the Australians if they were doing that.
Oh,
there
for
has
sure.
to be an underground kangaroo fighting thing.
That's the only way that they're like still relevant is the under.
100%.
How else do you think they're making money?
I mean, isn't it where they shipped all the bad people, like all the criminals and shit,
Yeah.
were in Australia from Europe, right?
Right. It's
Yeah.
pretty much like a London criminal island.
Correct. And so it's just like a lineage of, God, the DNA.
Yeah, that's why it's like Irish, Scottish, and
Angry
whatever leftover
drunks.
Indians and
Yeah. Right. Oh God, an Indian Australian.
Aborigine, Aboriginal,
Aborigine.
Aborigine.
Never heard
The
of it.
ab, but yeah, the
Yeah,
abs.
yeah. The abs.
The abs.
The
The
abs
abs
and
on
the
the
ruse.
Aussies.
The abs and the
Yeah,
ruse.
yeah, yeah.
We're dangerously flirting with a slur.
Yeah.
Usually.
Goddamn abs.
Yeah. I like to live my life on the edge, brother. I
Yeah.
don't know about you.
This is a,
I am
this
a
is a
slur.
dicey pod.
Oh yeah.
This
So
is-
sorry you didn't
we
know.
Scratch the surface.
Yeah. I mean, I've bled out. I don't know what you're talking about scratching.
Right now?
I've said some bad shit.
You need a tampy?
I was gonna say, I was like, okay, I don't even
well, I
reach
always
back
need a
here.
tampy, I think. Yeah. Just in case, right?
Yeah.
a joke.
You never know.
You never know. No, we do that, but we also do want to learn about your mommy, and we want to learn about your friends that if you mother each other, right?
So speaking of like mothering each other, because when we lived in the house, like it was pretty much like me and Lou, mom and dadding.
Oh, for sure.
Because like Zach and Jakey were like either like playing video games or playing their guitar or around the house,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I'm either like sweeping a broom, Lou's doing dishes, and
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
all right, boys, we're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna talk. And so
Everyone's
now,
getting a spank.
now I'm in Chicago and I live with Lou again, and we live with another comic friend, Mike Bustler. So it's like we're kind of repeating ourselves a little bit. But Lou was like, "This time, you're dad."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, you want to
That's
love the kids and
fine.
boys,
Good
and
cop,
I'll,
bad cop.
I'll be the stern one this time," which is
He's
funny because I was
tired.
still the stern one.
Yeah. Stern mommy.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
guys, here's what Dad didn't like.
Did you always have friends like that though? Like, were you always kind of nurturing?
Yeah,
throughout your
I
friendships?
was the plan maker. Like even in
Yeah.
high school, like my group of friends, like I was like, okay, we have to be X, Y, and Z here at this time,
Yeah.
and we're gonna do this today.
Yeah.
We'll wake
So
up.
you were the gay one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of tracks through everything else. Everyone's
Love
just,
it.
you should see me walk through Boys Town.
You ever explore each other's bodies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
We were a shirts off house.
I love
in
that.
East Lansing for a long time. Tanner and Eric would come over, and they'd be like, "God, you guys really fucking don't put your shirts on at all in the South."
Wearing
Eric
pasties.
was just like, "We don't do that at my house." I was like, "What? It's hot. Open a window in here." We didn't have air conditioning or anything. We put a fan in a window. This old farmhouse in Lansing. We're all like, "What? It's hot
It's
right
hot
now.
in here.
Let's get
Yeah.
going."
Running
Free the
around in your
nipple.
briefs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We were always barefoot contestant all around the place.
Drinking beers,
Yeah.
shirts off.
Going, it's always a cooler of beer that was always there. I'd go downstairs, just crack it for breakfast.
God, what good times, man. Salsa Parlor was a farmhouse that they turned into essentially a frat that wasn't a frat. And then it was also a comedy club sometimes.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was really fucking dope.
4 years strong it ran. We put
Yeah.
we would make our whole living room into like a showroom. And like in the height before the pandemic, we would put like almost 100 people in that living room.
It was crazy.
Did it
Yeah.
smell like boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Boys
not
and
as
beer.
bad as you think.
We aired it out. Like,
There's like a levels to
There's
the boy.
levels.
we don't
to the
like
boy
stink.
scent.
Lou and I are pretty clean.
Yeah.
You are clean boys, I will say that.
Like if you saw my apartment, right? Well, Bustler's there, and we're not, so I don't know what it looks like. But
Oh, Bustler.
but when me and Lou are in the room, we're like, okay, this kitchen is a mess.
Yeah.
gotta do something about this.
So we're always
There's
kind
3
of cleaning
crumbs on the
up and like
counter.
telling like, okay, it's getting a little gnarly in there. Maybe we want to, open a window.
Yeah, can't have it.
I'm
Can't
always
have
the person at the
stench.
party that at some point around like 3 a.m. I get zooted and start walking around with a trash bag standing by people like, you finished with that? You finished?
I have to stop
We
myself
need
because
you
I'll
people,
be
yeah.
like that mom that will like grab your mug when you're still kind of using it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dishes.
Yeah. Yep, I do the same shit.
So yeah, I guess I would consider myself in like my group as far as the parlor is concerned, like the
As
mom.
far as the parlor. Okay.
Was your mother nurturing in that way? Is that kind of where you got it from? Yeah.
Very. My mom, because my mom was like a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
That was the generation that
lucky.
came in.
I never heard of one of those.
Right.
She worked later, and she only had a high school diploma. I'm really actually quite proud of how she like worked her ass because she was an entrepreneur for a really long time. She opened up this chain of maternity clothes, like high end, like for working moms, like
Yeah, yeah.
boutiques.
Yeah,
We had
yeah,
like
yeah.
3 stores all over in mid Michigan, like Frankenmuth, Bay City, Midland, Flint, that kind of thing. She sold boutique. What do you call them? Maternity clothes.
Yes.
Pouches.
Yeah, a lot of pouches, like fun, like good, like suits and pants, like
Yes.
really working women type stuff.
Can you believe it?
And then we kind of brought my uncle in as a partner to help run and he kind of ran into the ground.
Oh.
Well,
Took the credit score.
no
like,
man
real,
had any business being
real
there.
gangstered it
No.
up. So we don't talk to that son of a bitch anymore.
No, we don't.
But no, and then my mom went back to school and she became a registered nurse. She went to like the Ross situation, got a certificate, so she was like
Oh, cool.
an RN for a little bit, and she
Nice.
just retired.
Is she funny?
Oh, she thinks she's hilarious.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
course.
And that in itself is
the
funny.
funny thing she says to me though, I have to take incredible note because she'll say some wild. We call them Dawnisms. Her name's Dawn, and she'll say some wild shit like
Dawnisms.
like even like I act.
It's
I use
very
her in
white
my
of you.
I use her in my act. So like she says these like wild shit.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, that's going in. I
She
got a whole
was-
chunk on mom.
She was at the recording last night.
Oh, nice.
She's a
Yeah,
good
does
laugher.
She have a good
She's a
time?
great
She's a good
laugher.
laugher. I have to sit her down though because she likes to get involved.
Mm.
And I was like, in most shows, I don't care, Mom, but
Yeah.
getting this one on tape.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no dark liquor and no red wine. She's like, I don't do that. And I was like,
I knew I
it's
loved
nothing but gin and Chardonnay for you, young lady.
Correct.
And she's like, fine. And I was like, when the show's over, switch. We went back to Ghostlight right after. She had
Yeah.
a red wine right there.
Love
She
it.
was ready to go. She's like,
Immediately.
I'm gonna stick around.
I love that the difference in because I'm assuming that your family's big drinkers and you guys have a great time and the
Yeah.
whole thing,
We're
right?
a cocktail family.
I
Yeah, we
love,
love that.
that it's like the difference in color is where the boundaries and limitations are. It's not like
That's life,
no
baby.
liquor. It's
Yeah.
you can't have this color liquor, but you can still have liquor. I like that.
It's funny. Well, because it's a little something brings a little out of you. That's like a lot of people are like, I can't drink whiskey. It makes me mean. And I'm just like,
Amen.
okay.
Yeah.
It makes me happy as shit.
I don't. What's
As an
your
Irishman.
like no liquor
Whiskey.
whiskey?
Yeah.
I don't think I have one.
So I don't do rum. I don't like sugar liquor.
Yeah, rum is interesting unless I'm on a beach.
It's like a real. It has to be in like some kind of like
Pina
fruit,
colada.
like a daiquiri or something like
yeah.
that. I can't just
All
have
day.
like a Captain and Coke.
Oh, that's not real
I
rum.
would die. I would
Yeah,
die.
or like
I have
Don
PTSD
Q on
from Captain
ice,
Morgan.
Yeah.
something.
No,
but
no, we can't be doing that. Yeah, I
needs
would
a
say
banana
like,
in it or something for me to be like rum.
and that's not the only thing you would need a banana in.
Yeah. Put a banana in me. Peel me off.
There it is. Make me the pina colada.
Who's ready to party?
Do you like penis colossus?
Penis colossus. Oh God. Yeah,
it up.
it's Irish whiskey for me. Irish whiskey and I don't get along very well. Some bourbons and I get along. I can have an old fashioned just fine. but
Specifically the Irish whiskey.
specifically the Irish whiskey.
But the
yeah,
Canadian
for a
whiskey,
long
that's a
time.
different story.
I think Canadian whiskey also. I just haven't touched Canadian whiskey since I was probably in my early 20s.
Well, with the tariffs, you're not going to taste a lot of it.
That's true.
That's fine.
It's fine.
We got to drink that
We're all
Kentucky
gonna be
bullshit.
all right. Yeah. Fucking. Oh my God, Jack Daniels.
I can't
just
do Jack.
can't with any of it.
When I was a sophomore in
Tennessee
high school,
whiskey.
I had a bottle of it always by my bed.
Yeah, of course.
That's
And,
beautiful.
Like, that was like, I was like, okay, I think I'm done with that
Yeah.
era of my life.
That was the era of the Burnett's and the fucking
Burnett's.
Jack Daniels and
Yeah.
the Captain
Flavored
Morgan.
vodka.
And actually, it wasn't even Captain Morgan. What was the cheaper one of Captain Morgan? Admiral something?
Nelson.
Admiral Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In high school, we had I was friends with a family that owned a chain of liquor stores, and like the older brothers and sisters were grades above us.
Yeah.
And they all worked there. It was just criminal how easy it was for us to
Yeah.
get
of
alcohol.
course.
Yeah, but it was like they'd just like load us up and we would drive away. We just wouldn't leave the store touching it. We're like, we'd come with a list, and like I would throw parties in my basement.
Oh, yeah.
My parents are still like, well, they're having a good time down there.
There was a liquor store in Pontiac called Sam's Liquor that would like sell to all of us when we were like 14, 15 years old. And they would double charge you, like hike it up crazy. And I remember one time I bought like, I don't know, like a fifth of Burnett's or something. And they're like, that's $50. And I was like, what? And they said, do you have ID? And I was like, oh, here's 50. Here you go.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, sorry.
Didn't mean to get loud with you.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
sorry. So sorry. Yeah, thank you so much.
You have cups?
So fun drunks, huh? For the most part.
most part. Cocktail family. And I've been making drinks since I was like 12. Because
Of
like
course.
the
Yeah.
grandparents and the uncles come to town. You know
Sure.
what I mean? The kids make the drinks. Kids bring the drinks.
Yeah.
So I've been making like martinis, like and old fashions
Amazing.
and Manhattans for like a really long time. Now I bartend.
Yeah. Look at that. Isn't that funny?
But like my grandma drinks her martinis like a specific way. She would drink them in a rocks glass, right,
Oh.
on ice.
Okay.
And then you'd make like I learned how to make cocktails all in glass. So like unless it's like a high end, like I have to like a mule, like shake it up, stir it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll make the martini in the glass, and it's dirty as hell. 3 olives, and just like 4 fingers of vodka.
Sounds right up
I
your
love
alley.
it extra dirty.
And
yeah,
if I like ever open my own, but like I'm gonna call it the Betty.
okay.
Because that was her name. That's how she
Oh,
liked it.
hell
But she was
yeah.
talking about mothers. That one was like my mom's kind of like runs the family a little bit like a mob boss.
Okay.
Grandma Betty
Into that.
was queen. Like
Okay.
and like she ruled the roost. She was
Yeah.
all over what we were doing in life. But I would make her drinks. But she was a surgical nurse. Like during like World War II and everything, so like she was like a smoker. She quit, but she lost all sense of like smell and taste really.
Oh,
So
shit.
one time I wanted to like see if she could tell the difference if I made a bad drink. So I just poured vodka over ice. It was like a 5-finger drink.
Sure.
And I gave it to her, and she was like, "There's a thing called alcohol, Jimmy. You can put it in there." I was like, "Oh, sorry, Grandma. Let me just fix that for you real quick." And I was sauntering back to the kitchen. My dad's chasing me like, "What did you put in there? How did you make that?" I was like 17. Like, "What did you make?" I was like, "That's all vodka." He goes, "Give it to me." Whoa! Just put some olive juice in there. And she wants to see it.
Yeah.
And I did.
she
I
wants
just
to
like
see it.
dirtied it up, mucked it up a little bit. She goes, better.
Sounds terrifying.
She was, but she was
And
a force.
great.
She was probably like your size too. She wasn't a big lady.
The smallest ones are always the meanest.
Yeah, but now my mom's got that iron fist. She doesn't don't mess with the family. Put you in a box.
I love that. Mostly Irish? Scottish.
Scotch Irish.
Scotch
Yeah.
Irish. Both your parents.
Yeah. Even though like the Couture is like the really very French Canadian.
Yes.
That's like 10% of what we are.
Sure.
My grandpa John Couture, he would swear up and down, "I'm Irish. I will fight anybody who says I'm not." And I was like, well,
Damn.
that's a pretty Irish thing to say.
That was
Yeah,
very
I
Irish
believe
to
it.
say.
I believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
We had this good little Irish blessing thing that we got from a bar, and it's like a prayer. It's like, may God turn the hearts of our enemies, and if he can't turn their hearts, may he turn their ankles, so we know them by their limping.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fucking gold.
Are you a
these-
fighter?
Are these blinking?
Yeah.
little bit.
Little bit. Little bit.
Little pulse.
Little pulse.
What's up with that?
We're dying.
The plugs, the lights,
The light, James.
lights could
We're
be
all going
dying.
together.
The bulbs could be dying, or it could be an electrical thing, or the plugs could be a little loose. Any of the above. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
worth
could be
trying to find the. You gonna do it?
No, I'm not gonna do that, but I am gonna turn or shut that door. It's okay.
Okay.
We can keep chatting.
We can, yeah. So,
Uh,
are you a fighter?
I was pretty aggressive when I was younger.
Yeah?
I feel like I've gone a little more, I don't know, drunken master. Like, I'll just sit there.
Yeah,
I don't really like to. I don't want to.
but you will if you have to.
If I have to. Like,
Yeah.
because I wrestled and played football.
Okay.
And I played college for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
A little bit, 4 years.
Just a little while.
But and like I have buddies who like roll jujitsu and everything, and they're like, "Oh, you wrestle? Like, you should come hang out and roll with us." And I was like, I got one speed, and like I have broken bones, and
Yeah.
like my fingers are a mess, my hands are my mitts are broken.
Yeah.
So like I have one more in me maybe, and it's when I need to go full tilt.
Yeah, you're
So
reserving it.
I'm not like one of those like roughhouse type boys. I don't like jostle around. You're like guy friends are like, oh, let's wrestle, and I was like, don't touch me, I'll break your nose.
Yeah. Yeah, please do not.
So I'm not aggro. I probably was.
But you can.
I was very intense in high school. I can tell you that much. And then in college, I kind of like played a little more of a good time, Charlie.
You ever fight your dad?
When I started wrestling,
So yeah.
my dad
Go on.
wanted to wrestle,
Oh.
like, because he's a big guy.
Uh-huh.
My dad's like just under 6'2". Mm-hmm. Basketball player, everything like that. And so he was like, we were out in the yard, and he's like, come on. And I was like 16. I just started wrestling because I grew up playing basketball
Yeah.
my whole life, and then they cut me, and the football coach just threw me down in the basement. And so I grabbed his
One way to do it.
So I grabbed his ankle, grabbed his thigh, and took him to the ground and like rolled him up. And he was like, and he tapped me. He was like, okay, we're good, we're good. And then because I took him down real fast, he gave me a quick nut tap. And sent me to the ground. My mom was there watching. She goes, Jim!
He's named Jim too.
I'm a junior, like full on.
Wow.
So like I call him senior.
Ah, okay.
So it's Monsignor.
Oh my goodness! Look at you guys. And he just tapped you right on the dick.
Yeah. I was on the ground. I was like, and I was like, maybe I could get up. And I was like, no, let him feel big. I'll stay down here.
I've always wanted to know what like being hit in the dick feels like, just because I want to know if it's comparable to period cramps.
It's things we will never know.
It's things I'll never know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I can tell you it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
Because there's like, it's just not the dick too. It's like the balls.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, of
everything. It's the junk. The whole
thing.
outward boundary of it.
It has to be. It has to be similar.
I feel like it has to be.
But they're like, no offense, such babies about it.
Yeah.
And they're like on the ground, like crying
I'm
and
a baby
holding their
about my
junk,
balls,
and
for
they're
sure.
like, oh my god, I can't get up.
You ever can't take a shit and you're just like constipated?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but like.
Oh, then it's a period cramp.
Oh yeah.
concentrated.
Yeah.
It's the
Try
same.
having that for a week.
A week, and then having
And
to
it
shit with it
doesn't
at the same
stop.
I'd
time.
have a heart attack.
Yeah.
I know.
It's.
I'd be done. I would. Yeah.
It feels like somebody's
amount
like
of mine,
stabbing
though. I'd
deep
be
inside of
like,
you and twisting around, like
Yeah.
right here,
I'd be a
like a
baby
knife
about
in there
it.
and just twist.
It's a knife with a twist.
Yeah, a knife with a
Yeah,
twist.
No, I would be a miserable.
And then you
woman.
have diarrhea,
Yeah. On top of
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
no,
And you're
thanks.
mean.
and you're mean, and
And
no one
everybody has
understands
like,
why
are
you're
you on your
mean.
period? And you're like, no.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm insane.
Yeah. Nope. I have a knife in my stomach.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bleeding out. Yep. Yeah, there's I don't remember whose fucking joke this is, but basically they talk about how like women are going to work with an open wound
Yeah.
Yeah.
for 7 days.
Yeah. Who does that?
He was Taylor Tomlinson or something. some fucking sellout.
Some
No, just-
some famous
fucker.
trot.
You see this Taylor? No, I don't know.
You stay in your alley.
She seems very sweet. Yeah, you stay at your Netflix specials.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stay on CBS. You don't come over this way.
Yes. No, I love her. I love
Better
her
stay out of Hamtramck.
stuff. Are there any women in comedy that you respect?
Oh, God, no.
Me either.
I mean, I was a big Joan Rivers fan. Like, as from like
Every
the old
dude
school
says
jump
Joan
up.
Rivers. Yeah, I love her.
Dude, is that true? Because
Oh,
like,
I mean,
Yeah.
because you know when
It's
two
not the
comedians get
first time
together,
we've
we
heard
don't
it.
talk about a single one of you.
I know. It's
But
insane.
I was a big Taylor Tomlinson fan as she was coming up because like
Yeah.
what she was like famous when she was like 26
It's insane.
and she's like what just now 31 32 like she's in her early 30s.
I think so. Yeah.
But like
I think
watching
she's
that
30.
projector, like even like Nicole, she's from Detroit. Yeah.
Nicole Amy Schreiner.
Yeah.
Or not Schreiner. Why am I fucking blanking out her name? But yes, I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
like tracking her. and
Schreiber,
like
Schreiber.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
those are the types of people where I'm like, oh great, watch them work. Like Mary Santora, all
Mary,
that, the
for
big
sure.
blow ups. Those are the type of like ladies I would like I follow and be like, they're doing the damn thing.
They really are.
You know,
It's insane.
like I was a big Kathleen Madigan fan still. Like I she's very Midwest too, and like Irish
course.
and like
Yeah.
So like I'm like
Your
I
people.
watched that. I was like
Your
I can hang out
people.
with Kathleen Madigan.
Yeah, it's I think it's important for men who are still, being on the road and all that stuff and featuring in clubs to pay attention to women like Mary and Nicole and like,
Oh,
everyone that you
100%.
listed, because those are the people that you're probably going to be featuring for, because they tend to like match up, dudes and girlies.
And then just watching that trajectory from like being at like belly room stuff at the store, and then like
Mm-hmm.
and then having their name written on the wall, and we're like I big applause for that. All
It's
that I
so
love
sick.
watching that. It's so fun
Yeah,
to see
it's
that
very
glow
fun.
up.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of Michigan people are doing that right now.
Right.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, no, we got a good crew like spread out like crazy,
Yeah,
and like even
yeah.
though we're the like affiliations may be loose or whatever, you're like, hell yeah, there's a murder mitten going
Yeah.
nuts,
Going nuts.
What up, though?
What up, though? All over the country.
Yeah.
and like people were
actually
still
really
in.
cool.
Like I came up and Sam Rigger was still like
Yeah,
the
Sam.
person to watch, like a deer,
Mm-hmm.
and so funny. All of that, Melanie Hearn.
Yeah.
You know,
I love Melanie.
All
We
those
love her
people
here.
are so funny.
For sure.
And,
Melanie's
like,
my TT.
In Chicago, there's like a real like young crop of female comedians who are just killers.
They are. It's crazy.
Sharp
Yeah.
killers.
Because
Jamie.
it's cold here.
Grace.
In the Midwest, it's fucking freezing. Nobody else has anything to do but be funny to survive.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of that. And I think, like, a lot of our families are cocktail families. And I
Yeah.
think that it just makes you fucking weird and strange, and you have stories. And
Yeah,
You
you have
know,
to have stories.
you have
know
to
what I
have
mean?
stories,
You have to get through those winter
You have to
nights.
demand attention as a child. You know what I mean? So,
Exactly.
like, starts there because, everyone's hammered and not looking at you. So
We've all got
Right.
lead poisoning from the water.
Do
Everyone's
this
loud
twirl.
over to someone else.
Yeah. Look at me do this rendition of Shania Twain's I Feel Like a Woman.
Yeah,
I'm
there's always
12.
some of the family like, ooh, let Katie sing Amazing Grace again. That's
Yeah.
what she
Do that
sings it
thing,
so well.
Yeah. And then again, because they're hammered. And and then you
Oh
think
my
you're a
God.
star.
And
Did
you-
your
we sit and
did
watch
your
it.
parents ever make y'all perform?
Yeah.
We-
the
me-
Shania Twain is a real thing.
We would kind of like perform for it, like even like me and my brother, we would like do something silly. We would like, we're like,
course.
everyone look,
Yeah.
and then they'd be like, oh, look at the kids,
Yeah.
look at the kids go,
Exactly. And you get your first applause break.
and then
you're
the
like,
glass is
wow.
empty, and they give it to you, and you're like, I'll fill it up.
Yeah.
I was
I'll
a-
be right back, mister.
You won't pay attention to me when I'm crying, but you look at me when I'm
Yeah.
twirling.
Get up. Why are you crying?
Yeah. Why are you crying?
You're on the floor.
George Lopez, why are you crying?
I was a
Special
child
that changed
model.
my life.
Child
You
model.
were a child model.
I was a child model. Yeah.
That's hot.
What were the products you were selling?
Bathing suits at Meijer.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yikes.
there's like I know that I think of it now and I'm like, this is fucking weird, dude. But
Some weird
my
person
mom
has
started
jerked
putting me
it
in
to you.
fashion shows at a very young age, and I like there's photos of me at Meijer on stage wearing a bathing suit and sunglasses, and I'm like 2 years old. And that's fucking weird. But I did it until I was
that's
like
fucking
5 or
weird.
6 and almost got signed to like go to some modeling agency. I like went to a convention in Chicago and like had a portfolio and everything. And this agency was going to sign me, but then my mom said that we couldn't do it because I lost my front teeth and I had stitches in my chin. And she's like, you're not pretty enough to model anymore. And come to find out,
Not
we were
even
just
feet?
poor. We
And
were
there
just
we
poor,
go.
so we couldn't. Yeah,
But blame it on you.
I
your
know, but yeah,
stitches.
you know how moms do that.
Oh,
Like
I'm
we're poor, but
exhausted
it's
for
your
you
fault
and your
It's-
therapist.
Get
I
a
know.
real job.
Jesus Christ, get
Yeah,
a real
child
job.
model. You know, I have a lot of cute photos as a child.
You do. You were an angel baby.
Yeah.
You're
I
still
looked
an
like
angel
Alfalfa
baby.
when I was younger.
Did you
From
really?
the Little Rascals, like because I had a part down the hair, like side.
I love it.
Oh, that's good.
My grandpa was like, "We got to get him in the movies. Look,
Kids like this, they're hot right now.
Yeah.
look at him."
Did you have suspenders?
Yeah, and I had some bow tie stuff too, like
You're
growing up.
joking.
So
Were you like trying to embody alfalfa, or was that just your vibe?
No, I was always more of a spanky kind of guy, but no, I was alfalfa and singing a Darla, and everyone would sing "You Are So Beautiful" to me because that was alfalfa's song.
Sure.
And I was like, I hate that fucking song.
So now that haunts you.
Yeah.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Right? That's my trigger. I'm gonna fucking sing my name. You are so beautiful. I just Hulk out.
You said your mitts were broken.
It's
You
playing
can't
in the
bust it out
background as
just
you're
for-
wrestling your dad.
My
Yeah.
kicks are still there.
Still got my kickers for my little tantrum. Oh my god, ridiculous! I can absolutely picture you dressed as this fucking alfalfa ass little kid, and I can't get over it. I need to see a photo immediately, as soon as possible.
Oh, my phone's
What do you
charged
think
upstairs.
your album cover is gonna be?
I talked to Zach about this too. Like, do I do a picture? Do I do? I don't want to really commission some art, and like, cause I can probably do something myself too. I like I do all my own like handwritten posters and everything for my shows.
Yeah.
But there's this really funny one that Zach took of me in 2018 where I'm smoking a cigarette, but I don't smoke. So it's just he caught me like coughing. So I'm like
Okay.
like doing one like
Yeah,
one of those,
yeah.
and it's a black and white picture. So
Love it.
that's a good one. There's one with me against a brick wall, and I'm wearing my clown nose, but I look kind of fat and disheveled, and I really don't want to look like
Yeah.
I was like,
I
I
would
got
hate
this
to be
glow up. I
myself.
dropped like 10 pounds, not living in that fucking house anymore.
True. Very
Bust
true.
out one of those alfalfa pics.
Right? So it could be a young one. I have a lot of young pictures like that. I know some people do that.
I like the young thing.
so
I like it a lot.
maybe
Like a young
actually.
thing?
I do.
I like a
like
young
little
thing. Little young thing.
I like a kangaroo and a young thing. Watch me go. Apparently,
God,
apparently I like an Englishman as well.
If I had money, I would take a picture of me in boxing gloves right next to a kangaroo.
I'm gonna
that would
show
be really
you.
fun.
Let's take you to the zoo.
Something.
We got
yeah,
time.
let's go to the zoo.
Look at this. Look at this fucking gem.
Oh yes.
You know?
That's great. Legs crossed too, up against.
With
what
the
are you?
fucking
You need a
laugh.
cigarette, and a cocktail. What are you?
Seriously.
33?
That was after the cocktail.
Did I show you this?
Oh my god, that's still accurate. I've seen this adult version of you.
I
I'm
know.
gonna throw
Yeah.
that up on the
This-
screen and
I've
get
got-
it.
I'm gonna have to send it to Marissa. I might even
That
send
would
it
be
to her
a
right
good
now.
album. Yeah, that would be
This is a good
adorable
album
for an album
cover.
cover.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that, like,
Or just like
or just even the
roll credits at the end
Yeah.
of the credits. It's this photo.
That's
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Which is what I did when I did release 30 Minutes, Elsa. The photo pops up of my mom 9 months pregnant with me, and my grandma's holding
That's
her belly.
oh,
and my
nice.
grandma has like 60s movie star sunglasses on, and they're dressed like so 90s. It's so good. And yeah, it's just an amazing photo, and that's the one that I was like, roll
Yeah,
credits.
that's a good one to store
putting
for
this
that.
up.
That's great. I'm still
I'm sending
considering
this to
it because like
Marissa.
now that we're done like filming and everything,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, the editing process. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even have like a working title for it yet. I was just like, I have this body of work. I just want to get it done. I want my act. So like once we do that, then I can be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll title it, and I don't want to like, because some comedians will put like a joke title as like the title of their, but like I really don't want to do that. I like something that's kind of out of pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we named it. Like, salsa parlor doesn't mean anything. It's like Monty Python. We're just like
Call
something,
it
something
gin and
catchy.
Chardonnay.
Gin.
Gin Chardonnay. Gin Chard. Yeah, my Wi-Fi name is Dingus Pie Saloon.
Oh.
It means nothing, you know, but it's fun. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I don't know. Something to think about.
Yeah, So I'm gonna play with a couple things. I want it to be good. It'll probably either be a picture that Bakar took or even a young one. That is.
I think a young one's fun.
That is. There's a couple of them that I have on my phone that I would be like, oh hell, look who's that cutie? Who's that cute little guy? What happened to you?
That's good
Who
stuff.
hurt this boy?
I'm telling you. I also like when comics use younger photos of themselves for promo to like promote
Billy
their
Wayne
tour.
Davis has a really good one because he was in like he grew up Tennessee and he's got like almost like this like blonde see-through mullet and like a
yes.
chain.
I love that. Yeah, I have ridiculous photos of myself. I like see photos of me with like my middle part and my Titanic t-shirt, and I'm just like, why didn't anybody tell
The
me that I was
90s were
gay?
wild. Like
90s were wild.
The outfits were just like
It's coming back.
It is coming back.
high,
Which some of it,
high
I mean,
white
they're doing it
socks.
right. I think. I think they're doing it right.
I don't know.
Sometimes you're disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm like, you could have done that better.
I don't. Yeah, I think it's kind
Like
of lazy. I see like these like
lazy.
Gen Zers like with the giant Jinko type jeans.
Yeah.
and
Sure.
I'm just like, you're not even like trying to be stylish.
Like I went to
Yeah,
the Billie
that's
Eilish
true.
concert and were you
I
there?
was there.
Yeah, remember all the fucking girls with the
I
fucking
wasn't looking.
the fucking baggy pants and the bandanas and like and I was like, it's too clean, it's too intentional.
Right.
Like
It's too intentional.
It's too
and there's a group of
intentional.
6 of them, and they all wear
Yeah.
the
they're all
same
wearing
thing.
the same thing.
Sometimes when it's intentional, that's when it's tacky.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be a little like going off your emotion for the day.
right.
For sure, it's
like,
it's very college sorority
Yeah,
type.
yeah,
yeah.
Living in East
I
Lansing,
like what you put together.
Thank
you put
you. I
together
try
some
to-
nice stuff.
I like to put a good
Yeah.
outfit together.
I liked your fit
my,
together last
I tell my
night,
girlfriend
too.
all the time, I was like, you're with a guy that knows how to put an outfit together. She's got a new
Hey.
corporate job. I go, looks like we're going shopping. Put a blazer on you, girl.
yeah, take you to my mom's maternity store.
That's right.
Get you some practical, stylish shoes.
Practical, stylish shoes. Let's
Keep
go.
my baby in the city looking fly.
That's right. You're suddenly her manager. I
Mm-hmm.
love it.
Get you a bra with lumbar support.
Hey. Woo, woo, woo.
I don't think they make those.
No, she would
there's
love
not.
that though.
Why would they ever make anything that works for women?
I have no idea.
that helps us.
No, any
There's
type
no
of
way.
clothing or support is going to be oppressive.
Yeah, 100%. The
hunkered
tampon has
down.
not changed in a long time.
I've talked to the guys in the industry. It's not going to get more comfortable for you.
God, thank you so much for trying. We need more men like you who know how to dress.
These women really, and they're like, nah, they'll buy it. That's all they got.
That's good. Nope. We're not raising their wages, and we're not giving them anything comfortable.
Stop putting
Let's
barbed
pay 'em
wire
less
in the
and
bra.
jack up the price of pants.
God. What'd you say?
I said, let's pay them less and jack up the price of pants.
Seriously. God.
That'll teach us.
Yeah.
We'll start wearing skirts. We'll teach you.
I love a man in a skirt. It's like,
you love a
listen,
man in a
if I see a
skirt?
man in a kilt, that's like fuckable.
Senior year in high
Really?
school,
Yeah.
I wore a kilt to prom.
I love that for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
I would have
met him
fucked
then?
you, dude. Yeah.
Prom date?
Prom date. I had 2
Fucking-
dates to prom.
I was a fit
Wow,
18-year-old.
You're what?
I was a fit 18-year-old. I was fucking rah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we played
I was in
sports.
my prime back then, too.
I was a 3-sport
I played
athlete.
volleyball. 3 sports? How many? I mean, not how many. Which ones?
So football, wrestling, and I did a lot of track. I did pole vault for a year. And
That's
then I
crazy.
played a lot of baseball growing up
Good for you.
and basketball. And then in
And
college,
basketball?
yeah, and then they cut me in high school. We had too many point guards, and
Fair.
they wanted me to be a brute, so they threw me in the wrestling room. And then 4 years of college football,
Holy shit. College football where?
Division III, Alma College.
At Alma. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, it was all right. I got to play.
Look at
so.
you go, you little athlete.
Yeah, that's why my body hurts so much, and I have I have onset going CTE. I will lose this at some point. This will go nuts, and then Lou will have to like push me around in a wheelchair.
Who's
It's
the
gonna be
mommy
Lou.
now?
It's
Yeah,
gonna be Lou for
Yeah, it'd
sure.
definitely be me. Like, I want to go to store.
Who's the granny now? Yeah.
Put me next to the boys. Put me next to the boys. I like hanging out with the boys.
I know how to make a martini.
There's a thing called alcohol.
All right,
Put it
Grandma.
in there. Like, you're holding the bottle. It's like, what?
Can you put more liquor in here?
I'm not drunk yet.
Oh God, I can't wait till we're that old and we're like, I used to be a stand-up comedian.
Right, it's very funny. People are like, what are you gonna do when you're retired? Who's gonna take care of you? And I was like, well, at that time I was like, well, I'm not. When I have a girlfriend or married or have kids, I'm gonna be a ward of the state.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be.
That's exactly what I'm gonna be.
I'm gonna start robbing a lot and tell them like, I want my 3 meals and a cot.
Yeah,
give me everything you got.
I want my Reese's.
Somebody's kids will take care of me. I don't know.
I hope so.
Somebody, maybe my niece and nephew. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll talk to them later. They're 2 and 7. Not even 2.
I don't think any of us are gonna make it to 60. To be honest,
I am.
With the way of the world.
With the way of the world. Listen, I already told you I'm going to become an African citizen.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
But then you're going to get eaten by like a lion or something.
No,
or
it'll
fucked
be
by a
fine.
hot kangaroo.
I mean, please fuck me, kangaroo.
Probably be a pretty fit fuck.
Yeah. I probably couldn't keep
You
up.
see the chest?
I'm
strap on
lazy.
those? They got arms. They get a hold of you.
They're
They ain't
gonna
letting
hold
go.
on. Yeah, they don't let go. They really don't.
Finally,
like
somebody strong enough to hold me up.
They're like retrievers that way. They'll stop when they're finished.
Oh my God, insane. But yeah,
You're right.
You a sleepy Joe?
I'm so tired,
You want a
and these
blankie?
lights are fucking pissing. Like they're hurting my head. They're hurting my eyes.
We should have put you don't you usually just have sunglasses here?
Yeah, I was looking for them. That's why I was standing over
That's
there.
why you
and
were
missed the whole
hovering?
sports talk. Yeah, I was hovering, looking for
that
sunglasses.
podcast where everyone wears sunglasses.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've done it.
we've done it.
Yeah.
It's been done.
These are halfway
Played out,
there.
James.
Those are nice though. I like that.
These are just I always forget that they're like tinted, and then I start thinking about colors, and I'm like, that seems a little off, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why.
Are they
And then
prescription?
back to reality.
That's tight.
Yeah. It helps.
Yeah.
I don't like bright lights. I like to sit in the dark, and unfortunately, that's not socially acceptable.
Right. I need to buy like some clips because like I
Yeah.
don't have any
say it's not good
prescription
for my health.
sunglasses.
Yeah, got it. You guys gotta have them. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
be responsible.
UV
have your
light.
shades.
As a fellow blind,
As a fellow blind, are your eyes bad?
No, actually, they're not terrible.
You wanna swap?
Yeah.
let's see. I can't even see where they. Okay, there we go. All right.
Mine aren't that bad.
Oh no, not at all. Mine are.
Yours are fucking
Yeah.
Those look good on you.
I look good.
Yeah,
I look good?
you should get some wide boys.
I do have some wide boys.
I just got
I
those.
started
Those
doing
are
the cats.
nice. Where
You
are
wanna
these
try?
from? Yeah, I want to try these on.
Let's see.
I freaking look. They probably look ridiculous. Oh, you're a little blind.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are nice though. Those frame up.
Yeah, these are really great. Okay, yeah. I've always wanted glasses.
Get
I've
some.
always wanted glasses. I used to rock fake ones, and then people would find out they were fake. Yeah,
Fun of you.
that was me. Everyone made fun of me.
Say I need readers.
No, I was just like, no, it's a fashion statement, and it was. It looked
They
cute.
didn't even have lenses in them.
They had lenses. I wasn't going that far. I wasn't going that fucking lame. No, they had lenses. But yeah, they just didn't have a script, and I was just like, yeah, I'm making a fashion statement, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the
I don't know
statement
where those
was,
went.
"Look at this fucking bitch."
Yeah, look at this fucking idiot. Look at this poser. Name 3 glasses.
Big phony.
Name 3 blind mice.
Glasses.
Name 3 blind mice.
Name 3 blind mice.
What's up, Ray-Bans?
Do it.
Gay bands. Yeah, okay, too far. You're right.
I know.
All right, well, I'm so tired. I want to die.
Yeah, was
but
that it?
Thank
That
you
was
for
the
doing
cast.
it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting
Was
me
that it?
Thanks for sleeping.
That's all.
Oh,
Really?
I didn't ask you to do this because I forgot, but do you...
No.
Is there any mom throughout history that pops out as like a bad mom to you? We usually do a mom of the week, and
Okay,
our
but-
guest will choose...
A bad mom.
Yeah, like examples, like somebody's even said like Mother Teresa, Mother Nature, and I've said Angelina Jolie. What was yours?
Erica
before?
Badu.
Erica
but
Badu.
she was a good mom.
But also,
Yeah, also not.
questionable. But yeah, just like
Can be fictional or real.
Yeah.
Ryan Brown said Ted Bundy's mom, or like a serial killer's mom. But yeah, if you can think of one off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, a bad mom. The mom in Goonies.
Mom and Goonies. I haven't watched the
Mikey's
Goonies
mom?
in
No,
12,
like
20
the
years.
the bad mom. She was like the gangster, and she was chasing the Goonies.
Oh.
Chasing the Goonies.
You ever seen
what
the
was her
movie?
problem?
She was.
I just don't remember.
She was like a mob boss mom,
Yeah,
and she had
yeah.
the 2 sons.
Yeah.
And they were going after like the treasure and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That actress is really I don't know her name, but
Chasing them to do what though? Chasing them
like
to like
because they were like gonna like turn them in. They were like,
yeah, they were trying to get the treasure, and she was
Okay.
being a bitch about it.
Oh, we
yeah,
don't
they're
like
that's
her.
my treasure. Get my boys, my boys.
My
Yeah.
boys. My
Sloth
boys.
was her mom.
Okay.
Or she
Kid,
was Sloth's
kid.
mom.
Yeah.
Sloth was her mom.
Sloth.
I'm my mom.
I truly have not watched The Goonies in 15 years.
You should watch it again.
I just need to rewatch
let's have
it.
a movie night.
It's a great
I
movie.
remember, I love
Goonies
a movie
never
night,
say
bitch.
die.
Do you love a movie night?
I love a movie night. I'm big on movies.
I've been keeping a list of all the movies that we've watched all year, me and Selena, and like writing notes next to it. Like, for instance, when we saw Nosferatu, I ate a bunch of edibles and I was frightened the whole time and hid my face.
Sure.
So it's like notes like that. Like most of it's 8 edibles, fell asleep. 8 edibles, was scared. 8 edibles, pissed my pants. Like, yeah.
That's how you rate it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just when I pissed my pants.
Yeah.
I finally watched Baby Girl. I watched it.
I couldn't make it
Is
through.
it as sexy as they say it is?
No, they're just fingering. There's a lot
Oh.
of fingering.
It's not as sexy.
Fingering
Apparently,
isn't
she actually
sexy.
came in one of the scenes or something, and I was like, I don't know if I believe that because it didn't really seem like there was a bunch of pee, like a P in the V, like actual P in the V.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I was like, why is this 2 hours long? I don't understand what's going on. They both need therapy.
I loved it.
What's that other sexy movie
okay,
with
cool,
like
cool,
Bobby
cool.
Keegan, the Saltburn?
Saltburn, yeah.
salt.
I
with
didn't
the
see that either.
That wasn't even as gross as they
Salt
thought it was.
tub, salt burn, whatever the fuck it was called.
Everybody's like, it's so, it's so crazy that he did that. He drank the bath water. And I'm like, you swallow cum, okay?
Yeah.
Like, don't be judging other people. I would have drank
be
that
King
fucking bath
Shannon.
water too. Shit. Don't want to waste it.
Looked really creamy.
Yeah.
Looked delicious.
I do like the end sequence of that movie when he's walking around the mansion all naked.
Yeah.
There's that line of coke as he's coming by.
Murder on the dance
It's
floor.
iconic. And then the song blew up and then whatever. And then there's a scene in Baby Girl where that boy also dances with his shirt off.
Oh,
and
with
I'm like,
the
what's
to
happening with
Father
these
Figure?
like yes,
I
to
started looking up
Father
the lyrics
Figure.
to Father Figure and I'm like,
Yeah.
this song's fucking weird, dude.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
I will be your father.
Put your tiny
figure.
hand
You know
in
that
mine.
song?
Yeah.
Yeah, put your
But
tiny
the,
hand in
the song
mine.
is also a banger.
It is a fucking
Yeah.
banger
It's a
every
great
time it comes
song.
on.
Yeah,
I turn
put your
into one of
tiny
your
hand in
uncles.
mine.
I turn into your Granny Betty. Put some
What?
olive juice in my drink. Yes, that's it.
Sinatra's mom
That's
was
what we do.
crazy. I know this is the end of it, but like if,
No, keep
if
it
you
going,
look
I
up the
love it.
history of Sinatra's mom, she was kind of nuts too. She would give like she was like an only female alderman in her area of New York at the time, and also was like an on-call abortionist.
Oh.
We love her.
Well, good for her.
She would like go in and she'd like her own little medical kit and everything too. I think there was like a little bit of an issue. I was trying to read the biography of Frank Sinatra and it was the like not allowed version of it. Like he said, "Don't do this,"
Huh.
and the author did it anyway.
Love that.
And there's like a lot of shit in there that he didn't want out. It was like a big lawsuit and ongoing stuff. Highly recommend looking all that shit up.
Okay.
It's so fucking
That's actually
cool.
very exciting.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah. They only
mom
want to
was like a
focus on
boss.
Sinatra, the
I know.
man. And then,
No, the
of
whole
course.
like first few chapters of that is about his mom.
Good.
See,
it's-
I will
we
read the
have
first
to talk about
few
people's
chapters.
moms. We need to figure out their brains and why they're like that.
Yeah, she
Now
definitely
we
did a
have you
number on
figured
him.
out a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
We didn't
super
talk too much about your mom though. What is her name, real quick?
Dawn.
Oh yeah, you
Dawn.
did say that. She
Dawnisms.
does her Dawnisms. Yes. She thinks she's funny, but she's just a woman, and women aren't funny except
She's
for
a
Joan Rivers.
She's a little mafia princess.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cute. Do you think that your family was bootlegging fucking booze and shit?
No, okay, so mom's side of the family was definitely like a lot of number runners and like having an angle
Yeah.
and like gambling and things like that. My
I
dad's
see.
side was very white collar Irish. But my mom's side of the family, my great grandmother was talking about her father and grandfather, like, and she referenced them as pirates,
Oh, interesting.
Something to
but
look
like not
into.
like what a pirate. She's like they were pirates.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking seven seas swashbuckling motherfuckers. And she's like, yeah, he was never around because he was always at sea. And I was like, he was a pirate.
He had a peg leg.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about it too much, but he was a pirate.
That's awesome.
Like, okay, Jesus,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fun.
You do seem like you
Pirates,
could
like,
be on a ship.
pirates and gangsters.
Yeah, you look like a pirate and a gangster mixed. So this makes total sense.
That's my whole vibe I'm going for. I had to walk around Chicago so I don't get robbed.
That's true. You gotta look like you're from
Cool
there,
with that
right?
chain.
Yeah, I know, right?
You
That's
tuck it in when you're walking
That's why I like
alone.
the winter. I got all those pockets for my stuff.
Yeah.
For your stuff. All right.
My mom
then.
sent me a little weapon. A little.
joking.
No, she just sent me this little like street. I think I have it upstairs. Should have brought it down.
Yeah. Should always be on your person.
I know. I usually it always is.
Yeah, don't trust us down
it,
here.
it freaks the young Chicago comics out. I was like, it's always in there. I go, yeah, and I'm not bringing it out again.
Jesus.
And it's called a snake bite, and my mom goes, it's street legal, because it doesn't have any sharp or serrated edges, but it comes to a dull point on both ends. So you hold it like almost like brass knuckles, and there's two things out here, and then a larger like pressure point type of, and it's got some heft to it. It's got to be like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And so yeah, it's so like you can like get a good jab, and then like
We
jab
love
up
good
bigger.
job.
Huh. I need one.
I highly recommend it. It's I'll show you once we
called a
end this
snake
thing.
bite?
It's called a snake bite.
Okay. I'm excited to see that. All right, Mr. Snakebite. Where can the people find you?
Come to Chicago. You can every first Saturday go to Uptown Tap Room for Salsa Parlor. We throw free beers around like crazy, old styles.
Oh.
And
fun.
yeah, I'm all over the place. Sometimes I come back in Michigan quite often. I travel. I'm a rambling man.
Yes.
But flag down in Chicago. Come see me. Follow me at juicy_routine on Instagram. That's where
Juicy
I put all my stuff.
Routine. What's the story behind Juicy Routine?
So Juicy is Couture,
Correct.
which is my last name.
Mm.
And routine is just like the jokes and the act.
Got it. Okay.
So
routine.
my handle used to be Secret Beefcake for a
Yeah.
really long time, and I loved it. I thought it was so funny, but no one was like, "Well, Secret Beefcake? I don't get it." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Wow."
Yeah, like clearly.
Yeah.
Good old
But
Juicy
then I
Routine.
wanted
It's no secret.
when I wanted to change it, I wanted it to be better than Gucci
Okay.
because Couture, but
Sure.
it was taken. So
How
I
dare.
did the little on play with Juicy.
You should have
Hell
messaged
yeah.
them and paid them $20.
Dear jackass, I am more clever than you will ever be.
Than you will
Give me
ever
your
be.
name.
my like name, my handle on Instagram is Itchy Snitchy, and my name says former TV personality Alexis Nayers, which like if you know who it is, you know who it is. But sometimes people will like message me like asking me about stuff and be like, "Hey Alexis, so blah 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 blah," and I'm like, so I'm not Alexis. I think who was it that does the fucking dating show comedy thing? She thought
Dating show.
On MTV? Singled out?
No, here. Yeah.
Fucking
The
Al
blind date
Sheena.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
She thought my name was Alexis for a little while, and I had to be like,
while working with her.
no, I fixed it before we.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on stage together
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah. It's a show. What is it called? Why can't I think of it?
Match made on
Match
stage.
Made on
Great show,
Stage.
great
Great
time.
show.
Had a
Yeah.
fantastic time.
Was it a live show?
Yeah.
Yeah. She does it at
they
the
like
congregation and at
do
Planet Ant.
random blind dates with people in the crowd. You can like sign up, and they
Oh,
bring
fun.
2 people up on stage, and yeah.
There's a couple dating shows in Chicago that happen either at the Factory and the Lodge, and
Yeah.
like it's a good popular format.
Yeah, people eat that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking normies.
Change it up.
I'm like, just
do your stand up.
yeah, just do your stand up, dude.
Next joke.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Sorry, I'm hungover.
I
No,
like
it's
asking
funny.
people
I walk
haven't
around
had enough
Chicago, I'm like,
coffee.
all these fucking gimmicks.
Yes.
Just do a show.
You know, everyone's just trying their best, I think.
Right,
That's what I keep
little
telling
variety.
myself.
Keep it fresh.
Trying to find the next big thing.
Everyone's just trying their best as I'm trying not to have a mental breakdown every day. You know? Anybody feel
Just
me?
keeping it
Not
tight.
I have
Keeping
one.
it tight. We're going to have to keep it
What
tight.
I like to do to de-stress is put Michael Bustler in a leather bag and then
Oh.
just beat the hell out of it.
That's nice. That's a good one.
It's a good workout for him too.
God,
Toughness
I
about-
wish I
he
had a
drinks a lot
Michael
of milk. His
Bustler.
bones are dense.
Yeah.
That drinks a lot of that bath
Such
water.
a character, dude. Bustler is such a character. I love it.
We've been teasing him. It was like, when you do your album, you got to call it Milk and Cigarettes.
Yeah. Please. Yeah, he's due for one too, huh? He's been doing it a long time.
Well, he did do one before he moved to Chicago.
Oh, yeah. I
But
forgot about that.
I was just talking to him about it. Something was wrong with the audio taping. It didn't come out the way he wanted.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can chop it up.
We'll see what happens. I don't think he's done anything with it that I know of. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen some stills, but
For sure. Well, follow James if you want to do or see comedy in Chicago.
Yeah, if you want to do it too, I
around
run
Michigan.
mics.
Yeah, come
I'll let you on.
come regret every decision you've ever made. Where can we
Watch me
find you,
embarrass
Bree?
myself. Nowhere. Usually itchy snitchy, all platforms. I bought a house. That's where I'll be.
That's right.
Renovating a
If I bought a
home.
house, I'd be there too.
Yeah.
I would never go anywhere else.
I'm going there after this, but you don't get to know where that is. Might throw a party though, so come on through.
If you're a homie.
If you're a homie,
If you know, you know.
You get that invite.
I'll
That's
put it on the
right.
close friends.
Google Calendar, check it.
Yeah.
You can find me at johanna.madronda. When this drops, I'll be at the Traverse City Comedy Festival opening for Natasha Leggero. So
Hey,
please,
love to see it.
you love to see it. Please come by and tell your friends if they're in the northern Michigan area to come fucking check it out. So that's it. That's the show. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi,